For our purpose, gentleman from Guilford, Representative Quick Rise.
To debate the motion.
The gentleman has the floor.
Over the last 4 years in North Carolina, 40% of our county elections officials are new to their job, 40 out of 100. And we're adding all of these various wrinkles to the election system at a time when this country is facing, in 2024, perhaps the most anticipated election that this nation has seen, at least in a century or so. And what we're doing here today, if this bill passes the governor's veto, is we're adding wrinkles that are going to make the system more complex, and 40% of our county elections officials are new on their job, learning the job as they go. We don't have the plethora of veteran election officials that we once had. We've got new people on the job. Swain County, there's an article in the Guardian, an English newspaper, that talks about how the director in Swain County, my friend's county here, has just graduated from school, and now he's in charge of an election system that has all of these new wrinkles: voter ID, poll observers on steroids, as I called them in the Rules Committee, who are allowed to be closer to voters than we were allowed to be during COVID. Poll observers can be within 5 feet of people who are casting their ballot here in North Carolina. If that's not voter intimidation, to have someone standing 5 feet close to you while you're making a selection as to who you would like to lead you, then I don't know what voter intimidation is. Then the rules for those poll observers allow for, as one of the earlier representatives pointed out, intimidating tactics. And we're going to see it. We're going to see it. We're going to see voter intimidation. Those of us who are pastors here, who encourage our parishioners and our congregants to go and vote and often provide rides to the polls for our congregants, we're going to see voter intimidation, and we're going to see our congregations come back to us with reports of how terrified they were to go and try and cast their vote. Is this America? We've got this way by having free and fair elections through a process that involved blood, sweat, tears, and people actually losing their lives to get the right to vote. And now we want to roll back the clock. We want to roll back a clock when we are still the nation that the rest of the world looks to for elections, how to conduct elections. We won't be the example anymore. We'll be just another nation that tries to manipulate a process and take rights from its citizens. One of the great gifts all of us should have is the gift to be able to understand that at a certain point in time, people can make the right for us not to be here. I'm prepared for that day. I'd like to serve for a very long time, but I'm prepared for the day that the people who I represent have the right to decide that I'm not the person they want to represent them anymore. And when that happens, if it happens that way, then I will accept that. I will accept that because I'm voting against this override, because I don't want to be elected in a rigged system. I want to be the people's choice because of the job that I have done, not because of the way the rules have been manipulated. Please support the governor's veto.